This is your instructor from my IT Academy. In this lesson, we're going to learn about different types of antivirus software, anti-malware software, how they work, the difference between the two terms, what are some of the best practices for selecting an antivirus software, and how to actually properly implement it in our systems. And here are the objectives that you would be able to achieve at the end of this lesson. You can find the lesson link from the description or comments section below. Let's get started. So the first thing I want to understand is the difference between anti-malware and antivirus. So, antivirus is a subset of anti-malware. What does that mean? Well, malware broadly means malicious software, right? So this can include viruses, worms, Trojan horses, ransomware, spyware, adware, botnets, rootkits, keyloggers, anything that can cause damage to a system, compromise security, or even just annoy us by showing tons of ads. We call them all malware because they are all malicious. Now, the word virus is specifically used for malware which self-replicates and spreads to other systems. But when we talk about detecting this kind of stuff, we use the term anti-malware because no matter what kind of malicious software we're talking about, we want to detect it, prevent it, and remove it. And that is what anti-malware tools do. They detect, prevent, and remove malicious software. Now, traditional definitions have always included viruses in the definition of malware. However, more recently, malware is defined as any software intentionally designed to cause damage to a computer system or network. So, why do we even have a separate word for these guys? Well, historically, most threats were viruses. So people got used to calling them viruses, and eventually the term got extended to include other similar threats as well. Some people still consider these things viruses. It's not incorrect to call malware a virus, but if we're being technical, then technically they are not viruses. Okay, so what is the purpose of anti-malware software? Well, its main purpose is to identify, stop, and remove malicious programs that enter a computer system. Now, malware can be delivered through various means, including infected removable drives, malicious websites, software vulnerabilities, email attachments, and even other software that may be bundled with malware during installation. All of these are called attack vectors. Now, anti-malware tools are generally classified into two categories. There's reactive and there's proactive. Now, reactive anti-malware tools detect and remove malware after an attack has taken place. Proactive anti-malware tools, on the other hand, try to stop malware from running or being installed onto a system in the first place. Let me now share a few rules of thumb that you can follow to select an effective antivirus tool. Rule No. 1. Never use multiple antivirus tools at the same time because they might conflict with each other. Rule No. 2. Avoid tools that are too light on resources. So, sometimes tools that run in the background all the time use up a lot of CPU and memory and disk space. Too light of a tool may not provide adequate protection. Rule No. 3 is to not go for free tools. If you're looking for an enterprise-level solution, you're usually going to have to pay for it. Rule number 4 is to watch out for tools that claim to be 100% effective. Nothing is 100% effective in cybersecurity. Even Microsoft Defender has false negatives, so be cautious of such claims. Rule number 5 is to ensure compatibility with the operating system and the hardware you're using. And Rule No. 6 is to keep your antivirus software updated. Updates often include improvements in detection rates, fixes for false positives, and of course, detection for new malware and vulnerabilities. Alright, once you have selected your anti-malware tool, let's look at how to actually properly implement it. First thing you want to do is download the software and install it. Next, configure the settings for optimal performance and protection. Now, this is quite important because different anti-malware tools come with different default settings, and it is important to know how they affect your system's performance. The idea is to balance the security and the usability of your system. Once you've configured the settings, you want to do a full scan of your system. Now, scanning your whole drive may take a long time depending on the size of the drive, and it is generally recommended to exclude system files and folders like the page file and hibernation files from being scanned because they are critical to the proper functioning of the operating system, and they can be very large. Next, create and maintain a list of exclusions. So based on the type of work you do, you might have certain applications or processes that your anti-malware tool keeps flagging as potentially malicious. These could be false positives, and you want to maintain a list of exclusions of such applications and processes so that you don't have to manually add them again and again. You can also schedule scans so that they run automatically on a regular basis to save yourself the trouble of having to start them manually. And finally, enable real-time protection. This way, the antivirus software will continuously monitor your system for malicious activity and alert you whenever something weird happens. Alright, let us take a quick pause and see how much of this you were able to retain so far. Here's a multiple choice question. Which one of these is not considered anti-malware? Antivirus software. B. Firewall. C. Intrusion detection system. D. Rootkit. The correct answer is D. A rootkit is a type of malware, whereas everything else is anti-malware. Next, I want to show you a few popular antivirus software and their GUI. So here I am on the website for one of the most popular antivirus software brands. You can see their latest deals and specials over here. And this is what their personal security software looks like. You can click on the different tabs to explore their features. Now, this particular tool is known for having a lightweight footprint on your system resources. Over here we have another popular brand and their premium tool. This is what their home and business offerings look like. And this is the AVG Antivirus Free Edition. I think they have some paid editions as well. And this is what the interface looks like. It's pretty intuitive and easy to use. And then we have another popular brand. This is their Internet Security Suite. And lastly, we have a free open source anti-malware tool. This one does not have a graphical user interface. It runs entirely from the command line. If you're familiar with the command line, you can use it just like this. Otherwise, you can use one of the other tools that I've shown you. Alright, let's wrap up this lesson. To recap, we talked about what is anti-malware, the difference between anti-malware and antivirus. What are the rules of thumb to follow when selecting an antivirus tool, how to properly implement an antivirus tool. And lastly, we took a look at some of the most popular antivirus tools that are available out there. If you liked this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section down below. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe so that you receive notifications whenever I post a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.